What will you really gain from using anabolic steroids? Using illegal anabolic steroids can lead to nasty and serious side effects, both physical and psychological. Heart failure, infertility, hair loss, acne, mood swings, increased aggression. Don't lose out to steroid gains. Know the risks. Visit zerogains.ie. A message from the Health Products Regulatory Authority.
It's Dylan's KC Barbecue at 4 Valley locations. Our sports bar in Arrowhead is packed with TVs for the ultimate sports fan. Our Wildlife World Zoo location will have you on the edge of your seat, dining right next to our 60,000-gallon shark tank. Dylan's Bayou at Pleasant Harbor has never-ending sunsets, beautiful people, and live music every weekend. And our newest location, Western Trails Ranch, is 12 acres of rodeo fun and live outdoor concerts for the entire family. It's Dylan's KC Barbecue, where we're elite, unique, and memorable.
Welcome to the She's So Right show. Conservative women being led by Christ to stand for what's right.
Meet your hosts, Lindsey Graham, labeled the Patriot Barbie by the leftist mob. She is a proud author and advocate for freedoms and conservative values.
Brandy Barclay is a powerful Christian voice on Faith Talk Radio, the founder of Power Soul, and a certified life coach.
Guys, get ready to say it way more than you're used to.
She's so right.
Starts now.
Freedom fighters. Are you tired of giving your hard-earned money to big corporations who use their power against us? The more money we give them, the more power they have. We are done. As conservatives, the best and most effective way to vote is with our dollars.
We are also committed to shopping products that are cutting edge and toxin-free for a healthier lifestyle. Next time you need daily essentials for your home and body, or are looking to drastically improve your skincare and health care with superior collagen and supplements, go to www.shesorightshow.com and click Shop Our Products. Get instant access to our favorite things that will revolutionize your home, your health, and how you do business in the USA.
Use our shopping link to get $10 off your first order. Go to www.shesorightshow.com. Follow us on Instagram at shesorightshow to find all our promo codes and discounts.
Hello, freedom fighters. This is Brandy Barclay. I'm in the studio with the amazing Lindsey Graham. And we have a special guest. She was here last week with us, Amanda Wray. You know what? She has been front and center because she co-founded the SUSD Community Advocacy Network and has been fighting the Unified School District because she was targeted and treated like a terrorist with a dossier from Jan Michael Greenberg. Yeah. What's his title? What is his title?
Well, he was the school board president,
okay,
but he was removed by his colleagues.
But he's still on the board.
He's still on the board, yeah. Because he's an elected official, he either has to resign or be recalled. But there are ethics. There's an ethics code of ethics and policies that should be followed, but they're not enforceable.
Is he being recalled right now? Is there an effort?
Yeah. So somebody filed a recall back in August, and unfortunately, you have 120 days to gather 21,000 signatures. So there's recall effort underway now, but I think they're due December 17th is when all the signatures are done.
Can we sign even if we don't have kids in Scottsdale?
Have to live in the school district to sign.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, today we're going to have a roundtable discussion because Lindsey and I are both moms. I mean, my daughters are 20 and 25 now, but I remember being in the school and really just assuming that all teachers were doing the best they could and, drop off, pick up, the whole thing. I remember specifically, though, because today we're going to talk about why do we wimp out when advocating for our kids? What is this about? Why are we so intimidated when it comes to walking into a classroom, a school, a doctor's office, all the things where God has anointed us specifically for our kids, given them to us. They've come out of our bodies. And why are we so freaked out about coming up against somebody in so-called authority? No one has authority over you as a parent with a child. So I've found even myself, because I was a pretty young mom, I had Jade when I was only 23. When she was in second grade, I could tell that the classroom, it was a large classroom for second grade. There was a few kind of troubled kids. I wouldn't say bad kids, but just kind of bouncing off the walls. Every time I was there, I would go in to help read once in a while just to be engaged, And she'd come home every day and she just couldn't stand that school. And it was so not like her. And she was intimidated. She was scared. She'd go to bed crying. She'd get stomach aches. And I just thought maybe she's going through like separation anxiety and all the things. But what happened after we finally left that school and she got into a better classroom with a better teacher, she was behind. She was behind in reading and math because there had been an entire year of her education disrupted by other students and by a classroom that wasn't under control. And I felt responsible for the fact that I had a knowing and I did nothing about it. And I feel like I always say this to my clients because I'm a Christian life coach and I'm not going to hog the mic, I promise. But I do say to my clients, if it feels wrong, it usually is. Like trust that gut, trust the Spirit of God that moves you and guides you, and don't be afraid to ask questions, get in there more and press in. So, with everything that you're going through, it was like, okay, COVID opened the doors. It was like the floodgates of revelation. The classroom is now in your house and there's cameras and you're seeing all the things. So I'm so glad my kids are out of that because I think I would have gone cuckoo. And Lynn's has little kids who she had to. What did you do when this happened?
Okay. Oh, I get to talk? Oh, this is exciting. Okay, for the next
coffee
hour,
kicked in. Sorry,
it's
guys.
It's going to be all about me. No, so I have a 7, a 5-year-old, and a 21-month-old. And I think everyone remembers that when my 7-year-old was 5 and my 5-year-old was 3, my experience was having CPS sent to my home for defying the mandates, for defying lockdowns. So my governor specifically targeted me. And then after we dealt with the whole school system with online and we moved to Arizona and it was online and I was seeing that my kid was learning the dumbest stuff. Like he was trying to translate art, like 16th century art in first grade. And I was going, hold on a second. That's cool. Like when he's 20. But mostly it was the mask thing. I refused to send my kids to school in a mask and wrap it up or
no, because I'm asking you a question because one of the things that when you said that CPS came to your house, I remember you and I having a conversation about that where you were like, I cannot believe I let someone corner my baby.
I allowed.
And this is what I'm talking about, where it's almost like we're caught off guard and we don't know what to do with it.
Yeah. And this is what needs to happen this episode after Brandy and I are done hogging the mic. And then Amanda, you can hog the mic. At the end of this episode, we have got to empower moms to say, do not ever feel intimidated.
Yeah.
Parents, when it comes to your kids, you have more authority than anyone in this world over your kids. Mm-hmm. And like Brandy said, CPS came to my house for completely biased, like unrealistic, illegal charges by the governor. As an intimidation tactic, and I allowed them into my house and I allowed them to question my kid. And now that I know my rights, I know that I shouldn't have. But again, same concept. I didn't have authority over my own home because I was scared of freaking government authority, in which they had none, And for that reason, I could have had my kids removed from my house just for letting them in because of an agenda. And eventually what happened was the mask thing was too much. I refused to mask my kids. I refuse. They will never see me wear one, ever. And for that reason, I said, I emailed and I said, that's it. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. And we pulled them out of public school. My 2 kids are going to a private Christian school. And oh my word, the difference in their life. Like, forget the difference in my life, not having to stress out and be anxious every day because I know that I'm putting my kids in a situation that isn't right for them. I say this on the radio, on not just this show. When I do radio interviews with Fox News Radio, I say to parents, and I'm sorry if this hurts, I really am, but you're going to say in front of your kids, I'd take a bullet for you. I would die for my children. You won't even advocate for them at a school board meeting. You won't even pull them out of school. You won't even send them to school and say, honey, you're not wearing a mask today. If they have questions, you tell them to call mommy. Yet you're going to die for them. This is like easy, you guys. Advocating for your kids should be easy if you have the right resources. And what I'm hoping is that Amanda can help us here today, give us the right resources to actually strongly, boldly advocate for our kids where we need to.
Yeah, I think a couple it's been a long time since I was in my late 20s, not just a couple years. But I read a book called The Gift of Fear by Gavin DeBecker, I think it is. And it really changed my life in that we are conditioned to not listen to our instincts and to be nice. And so we have these instincts that are like, something's
Amplify
wrong
that when you're a Christian.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
I want to be kind. I want to be God's example. So I don't want to fight back and be,
Right. So these women detailed in this book, like they would have this gut instinct that something was wrong. They were in danger, but they would quiet it and just be nice. And then they ended up being victims of crime. Yeah. So I read that many years ago. And I use that now, and I've used it for the last couple of years in advocating for my kids when something doesn't feel right. This is how I knew that Jan Michael Greenberg and his father were coming after us, is something's not right. This smells like a rat. But, I think that the key to not being intimidated is just to expect that you're going to be called a Karen. And, we wanted schools to reopen in person. And some of the nasty people in Scottsdale said, all the Scottsdale moms just want to go back to their spa appointments. And they only care that, they don't have daycare for their kids. It was furthest from the truth. But that's what they do. They come out and attack you personally. They go onto social media and call you a Karen, call you all the names. You're a racist, you're a homophobe, you're transphobic, you're a bigot, all of the things. Like some of the parents in our community that are part of the Jan Michael Greenberg fan club have said, we're going to make a list of you. Well, they were.
They're those little hens that were clucking on that video. Yeah. There's a video, you guys, I'm sure you could YouTube it now, of Jan Michael's dad in his helmet. And I don't know who's videotaping him.
He had a body cam on his shoulder.
Oh, he had his own body cam on. Yeah. And these little leftist mob hens are clucking and, we love what you're doing. And like he's like this little god in their community. And I'm like, you guys are disgusting. They're all wearing masks and talking about how they're proud of him for doxing these women.
That woman in the video that's being so vocal and making fun of me for being scared of him and talking to the police was actually the host of Drag Queen Story Hour and had said parents have too much say about what's in their child's library. So she's advocating for getting more
parents have too much say, and yet you're bringing drag queens in. That's not too much say?
Yeah.
You have the authority to do what you want in the library, but we don't?
Yeah.
Think about it. Think about it. At the core of that whole thing, to me, it's just a demonic agenda.
Yeah.
It's the devil telling you to be a good Christian, just be good, be quiet, and comply. Yep. And everything in me since the beginning of this has been a constant conversation with God. God, should I be getting political? Should I be doing this? Should I be doing that? And everything has been, if the Christians are quiet, what does the world look like? We're almost seeing it right now. And that being compassionate to people and hurting people and lost people is not the same as compliance. They're completely different things. And we can love people. We can serve people. We can have the fruit of the Spirit where they want what we want, but for us to just hand over our kids because they say so, what a travesty. And that is the territory God has given us, and we cannot give it up.
Amen.
You guys will be right back. You're listening to the She's So Right Show with Brandy Barclay, Lindsey Graham, and special guest today, Amanda Wray.
Back to the She's So Right show, guys. Brandy said something really important about the actual topic that we're talking about today, which is advocating for our kids and being mama bears. But we're also supposed to talk about tacos and margaritas or something.
Well, it is Taco Tuesday.
It's Taco Tuesday. We wish we had a private caterer if anyone would like to sponsor the She's So Right show.
Anyone with a taco or tequila situation,
come on down.
We would love to be ambassadors for you.
We'll drop a pin right now. I was telling Brandy, I'm trying to juggle, I don't know if you guys even know, everything that I'm doing with also a 21-month-old baby. So I finally got someone I think is going to be a nanny, and I said next time we record, we could actually go get tacos.
I don't know how you're doing life.
It's the highlight of Brandy's life.
God knew better. He knew I needed to be an old lady and my kids grown before I had this much to do.
Yeah.
But I'm amazed at, how much moms will do. We will all the things we don't eat, all the sleep we don't get,